This is a Subaru Sambar. Well, not exactly. The real one is sitting at the port of Tacoma, and we are on the way to go pick it up, so come join me.
Hey Bradley, are you tired? Want some Poca coffee?
Oh, that's straight heat. I also have my pina colada monster.
Oh no.
Rockstar. This says boom because Big AJ, he supports it.
And then and then this one, oh, let's get the focus if it wants to. It's suffering. Uh-oh. There we go. Some Mr. Brown coffee for you, Marcus.
Just what I need. Do you like your brown? More brown.
Here's the U-Haul.
A few days beforehand, I made a reservation for a U-Haul pickup truck and auto transport trailer. This made it so once we're inside, it's quick to go up to the counter, check in, and get our keys in hand. After a few suspicious looks at us three young men, we are now continuing our way to the port of Tacoma.
Say something very memorable.
I'm excited for today. I just hope we don't crash.
Let's go.
As we make our way to the port, let me take this time to explain what exactly a Subaru Sambar is. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, you've definitely seen a Forester or an Outback, but probably never heard of a Sambar. These vehicles are not common in the United States, as they are meant to be sold in the Japanese market. Even so, they are finding their way over here through people importing them, and the popularity of doing this seems to keep skyrocketing. Something that makes these trucks unique is they fall under a legal classification of vehicle in Japan called Kei or Kei Truck. The advantage of a vehicle being classified as a Kei is they have lower registration and insurance costs. They are also much smaller than most vehicles and can have engines up to only 660 cc's. This makes it so I probably won't drive down the highway with it, but the cuteness of the truck makes it worth it. The trucks are also very practical compared to American trucks, as they are built purely for the purpose of being a truck. I have previously seen these trucks in Japan before many times, but when I saw one on US streets, I knew I had to import one. I did some research and discovered carsfromjapan.com, a site where you can buy cars that are in Japan that are ready for export. The reviews seemed positive, but I was hesitant to purchase a car based on photos alone. Since I was already planning a trip to Japan in the fall, I looked for nearby dealers and found Mitsui CO LTD just a few hours away from where I would be staying. I contacted them by email and started making plans to visit. During the planning, Miss Osawa from Mitsui was incredibly helpful, offering rides, arranging accommodations, and answering my questions. I spent the first week in Japan exploring, and during that time, I saw many Kei trucks, from regular pickup to cargo use, and even food trucks. I was especially interested in the food trucks as I plan to convert my own truck into one. In Japan, no one makes Kei trucks as food trucks, so all are custom built by third parties or business owners, just like I intend to do. The day finally came for me to go visit Mitsui. When I showed up, I was blown away at how many vehicles they had. I walked inside their office, and I introduced myself as that one kid who was emailing from Seattle. The CEO, Mr. Mitsui, quickly came up to me and introduced himself, and started showing me around. They lined up 3 vehicles for me and provided printouts of photos and information about the vehicles. We talked for a while, and we were even invited to come inside, in which they had tea and snacks for us. After a bit, I decided to go into the hotel we were staying at right next door and think about my decision. The morning came, and I had a chance to also meet Miss Osawa and see Mr. Mitsui again. I ultimately decided that I would wait to make my purchase, as I really wanted my truck to be supercharged. Visiting, though, really helped grow my trust with Mitsui CO, and I mentioned that when I saw a vehicle on their website that matched my exact criteria, I would make the purchase. Back into the present, we are still on the way to go pick up the Sambar. It was this point, 3 months ago, that I opened Mitsui's website, and it was there. 6th generation Sambar, with a Supercharger. It came with extra features such as 4-wheel drive, air conditioning, powered steering, and even ABS. Best of all, it has zero rust. I quickly reached out to Mitsui CO to get the purchase and import process started. They promptly provided an invoice, and I completed a wire transfer to their US bank account. I then informed my import broker, Becky, from Sound Brokerage of my purchase. I initially contacted Sound Brokerage in the fall, at which time I sent paperwork to authorize them with power of attorney, and they got me set up in their system. Power of attorney authorizes them to handle import paperwork on my behalf. While an informal entry is an option for lower value shipments, my purchase exceeded the threshold, and the paperwork was far too complex and intimidating for a first-time importer like myself to do it alone. It was a good decision to work with Sound Brokerage, as they were quick to answer emails and answered every question that I had. A few days after issuing the invoice, Mitsui provided several documents, including both the original and translated versions of the Japanese export certificate. I received digital copies via email, and the original export certificate arrived in my mailbox a few weeks later. The original export certificate is required to title and register the vehicle in the US, as it will arrive without a title, but the export certificate can serve in lieu of it. I also received a bill of lading, which provides the bill of lading number required for filling out a few import documents. Finally, I received information for filling out an ISF form. An ISF form lets the American government know that I have an import on the way, and without it, it can cause a lot of headaches. In addition to emails from Mitsui, I received messages from several companies involved in the import process. AutoHub, a forwarding company, sent a link to track the vehicle shipment. As the boat approached, I got payment requests from the Northwest Seaport Alliance for port fees and from Northern Lily for processing the arrival notice. I also completed the Department of Transportation HS7 form to apply for an exemption from motor vehicle standards, which required the vehicle to be 25 years old. Finally, I completed a 3520-1 form for an emissions exemption from the EPA. Once everything was complete, it was go time. 6750 is the number. And I need my record of delivery. Good morning, my name is Kyle. I am at the EB1 terminal to pick up a vehicle, and I would like to request my record of delivery. Affirmative. Okay, thank you. $359,117. Thank you so much. You too. Alright, so now we have what's known as a ROD number, which is a record of delivery. I have to send this to our escort that's going to help us pick up this vehicle, and then we should be good to go. The Port of Tacoma requires what is called a TWIC escort, who has access to where the imported vehicles are parked. I hired Sarah from Sound TWIC Specialists. I let her know the ROD number, and she sent one of her staff to quickly bring it out. In the meantime, we watched everyone else and their vehicles.
See what this board kind of looks. Look at him go.
That's nice. It's a nice car.
And then, there it was.
Oh man.
That is... Oh, the steering wheel is perfect, like where it fits. Now that the truck was in our hands, it was time to get it up on the ramp and out of here. I was very nervous doing this, as the truck just barely fits on the American ramp. A little to the left.
Keep going. Keep going. You'll know when you hit it, but keep going.
There?
Nope. Yeah, you still got more. Keep going. You got like another foot and a half. Because you're just
I
a
see,
little bar. Yeah, you're not. Okay, a little gentle
Yeah.
gas to go. Keep going. Go. Okay.
There.
Like an hour in.
I think the other side is
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, these are small tires.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
but choose that.
it's pretty snug on there though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is just right there. We have our blue collar expert right here.
How do I have to help Marcus use our ratchet strap every time too. Because they look so easy, but every time I try, they're not. Oh, my hand.
After securing the truck, we did a quick brake test to make sure it would not move. After we knew we were in the green, we were off to our next stop, US Customs. The customs office was located fairly close to the port. When I went inside, it was quiet with no line. I showed the customs officer my ID and handed over my entry packet created by Sound Brokerage. The pack included the forms shown above. An officer then came out to my vehicle to make sure the VIN number on my vehicle matched up, and I was handed a stamped copy of my 7501. With that form in hand, I walked over to the licensing office in the same parking lot. I handed over my documents, and if I recall correctly, they only needed the stamped 7501, the original export certificate, translated copy, invoice, and of course, my ID. After a few minutes, I was walking out with my brand new plates. I now had one final stop, the gas station. Imported vehicles come with very limited fuel, so I had to fill up the tank. This proved to somehow be the hardest part of the day. So we're at the gas station, and we're trying to figure out how to open up the gas tank. Bradley, you having any luck?
No, this pull tab doesn't do nothing.
Okay, don't move. Oh, wait, hang on.
We have the manuals pulled out, and we still have no clue how to open this gas cap. So we got it unlatched. Marcus, can you show us what you did?
Here.
The seat cover.
Okay, close it up again. Right here. Lift it right up, and it opens.
It's because the garbage seat.
I will now take my seat back in the truck.
And finally, we can now fuel this.
Oh, I think that's it.
6 gallons. Let's go. So after all that, you may be wondering how much it all costs in the end. Here's an Excel sheet with the breakdown of the various fees. Starting at the top is the vehicle itself at $4,250. And then shipping and insurance was $1,800, with $50 of that being the insurance. I also purchased new tires through Mitsui, which is $490. All three of those are the costs that I had associated with Mitsui. I also rented a U-Haul, which was $166.42, and then go to the Department of Licensing was nearly $700 to get the vehicle titled and registered. There were also various other fees such as the port fee, the late vehicle pickup fee also to the port, and the arrival notice processing fee which went through Norton Lilly. I also had other fees that went through Sound Brokerage, which made it easier instead of me having to individually pay them. Some examples include the Department of Transportation filing fee, EPA fee, the biggest of all of them being the 25% tariff that is required on vehicles such as this one, as well as an administration fee. In the end, the total cost was $9,401.29. I also have a could-have-been price of $8,567, which is if I planned more ahead, such as not having a late fee or not having to rent a U-Haul, as well as if I didn't have to get tires. At a bare bones price, I could have gone with $8,567.77. Overall though, I would say the purchase of this truck was 100% worth it. Even though it was a difficult 3 months, it was incredible being able to go through this process and now driving around such a cute little truck. As of this recording, it has been a year since the truck has arrived. I've grown to love it more each day. Initially after it arrived, it was very difficult getting insurance. The only people I talked with that would insure it was State Farm, so that's who I ended up going with. I also did a lot of basic maintenance, and so far the truck has been reliable for 16,000 kilometers while here in the US. Stay tuned for more truck content to come, hopefully not spaced out another year. But until then, see ya!